What is up, wing women? Welcome to Motivation Monday. I'm actually recording this on Sunday night at like 9 p.m. because I want to make sure I get this ready and scheduled for you guys tomorrow, since I'm going to be driving to Arizona and I need to get up, go to the gym early, and get out of here so I can get at least halfway. So because I am dedicated to making sure you guys have these every single Monday, here I am, scruffy hair, post-shower, not done at all, and total full pajamas, like pajama mode. We're in it, okay? But what I'm going to talk about today is what happens inside of us, what happens when we make a promise to ourselves and then break it. And we all do this, right? We all make promises to ourselves. I've made a lot. I've heard a lot from you guys. I'm going to work out tomorrow. I'm going to track my food this week. I'm going to go to bed earlier. And then you don't. And it seems small, like it's no big deal, right? Nobody's keeping score. Nobody's disappointed in me except for myself, right? But actually, here's the truth. Every single time you break a promise to yourself, you're teaching your brain not to trust you. And when that happens over and over again, it chips away at something deeper, way deeper than just your goals. It erodes your self-integrity. And without integrity, motivation pretty much dies. Because if you don't believe in your own word, how can you believe in your own potential, right? Now, let's talk about what's really happening kind of under the hood when you break a promise to yourself. So when you say you'll do something that you don't do, your brain records this as kind of a mismatch, okay? Your prefrontal cortex, the decision-making part, it starts to associate your goals with inconsistency instead of action. And your dopamine system, that reward system, right? It is kind of the thing that normally rewards you for follow through and doing things that you say you're going to do. It stops firing the same way. So instead of getting that like little hit of satisfaction, like checking something off of your list, your brain starts bracing for disappointment even before you fail. Isn't that crazy? That's like how self-sabotage gets wired into your brain and happens over and over again. You can see how these cycles can start and then just begin to spiral. Wow, Stevie, this is like doomsday Motivation Monday, right? I'm feeling it. But I'm here to tell you there's actually good news, because the opposite of everything I just said is also true. Every single time you keep a promise to yourself, even a tiny one, like doing the workout you said you were going to do, prepping one meal, logging your food ahead of time, logging every day of the week, going to bed a little bit earlier like you said you would. Every time you follow through on that stuff, you wire your brain's reward system. You're literally teaching your brain, when I say I will do something, I can trust me. And that's when dopamine starts working for you again. That's when momentum feels natural instead of forced. So you can see how you can get stuck in these cycles, these kind of negative feedback loops I talk about, right? Where it's really hard to get out of them and to break that habit of not trusting yourself. But all it takes is a defining moment where you decide, I'm going to reverse this cycle. I'm going to start saying yes to myself and keeping those promises, and you can turn it around and regain that momentum. How cool is that? So like rebuilding self-trust here, though, it's not about perfection. It's just about one small promise at a time to build that momentum. You're kind of pushing that snowball up the hill until you get to the top, right? And then once it gets big enough, that's when you can start rolling downhill. So it's looking at your day and asking, what is one thing that I can do today that I'll be proud of if I don't talk myself out of it? So like, what is that thing for you, right? I want you to ask yourself that right now, like for this week. It doesn't have to be for today, but why not? What's one thing today that you can keep your promise to yourself about? Okay? Because once you do that, and once you keep doing that and accumulating those wins, that's how confidence comes back. And that's how consistency stops feeling like a grind, because you're no longer going to be fighting yourself. You're going to be working with yourself to do the things that you actually say you want to do and you actually want to do to make that change, okay? So one promise for this week, not 10, not 5, not 2, okay? Just one. Make one promise to yourself this week. Keep it. Write it down. Tell me in your check-ins. Drop it in the comments for accountability that you're going to do it. Say, this is the thing I'm going to do. Drop it in those comments. And I want to see how many of you are able to keep that promise, okay? Because the version of you that keeps her promises, even the small ones, that's the version that can change every single thing about your life that you came into this program wanting to change. You don't need more motivation, right? You need more self-trust. You can start there. All right, guys, it's been 6 minutes. I'm only supposed to go 5, and I go over every freaking time. Have such a good day, and I'll catch you from Arizona next time. Bye.